I know it. I could feel it right now in anticipation for me and for our kids, me and Jennifer's kids, my mother's grandchildren. It's Mother's Day. It's not going to be an easy day. I know a lot of people know this. If you don't, my wife, Jennifer, after a 10-year battle with cancer, passed away. I've been having a lot of difficulty dealing with this, coping with it, because it's just, she's too young. And I'm looking at videos of her in, recent times. Hey, what's up, CC? And I'm looking at her messages she was sending out on her phone and Facebook and recent. And it's just, she's like 100% fine. I mean, nothing to indicate, Justin, what's up? Nothing to indicate that she had any type of serious, like something that would be something that could lead to her passing away. Nothing. Okay. I mean, listen, we knew about the cancer for 10 years. Okay. Obviously, she had cancer for 10 years, but she's a warrior. Yes, it did spread. It did. We knew about that. But she wasn't showing it in terms of signs of just herself. She's always strong, You're relaxing on the couch. Tomorrow's just going to be an insane day. Today's an insane day. I'm feeling it. I'm heartbroken, man. And people just don't get it. Nobody gets it. I'm not even talking about people on the internet. I'm talking about like family, friends. People don't understand what happened to us. Okay. Maybe you don't even understand what happened to us. We got hit by like the same asteroid or meteorite, whatever you would call it, that took out the dinosaurs. That's how hard we got hit, our family. We didn't get hit like with a small hit here. We got hit with the lightning bolt from Zeus. And I don't think people understand this. Like, I know you understand it, Justin. People don't get it. People think this is like, oh, this is just an ordinary, regular thing. No, it's not. Okay, just when your wife passes away, 46 years old, the mother of your children, is the most catastrophic thing that could happen. I'm telling you, listen to me. I used to always feel this in my heart. I used to always feel that there are 3 things in my life I can't deal with. 3 things, and I'm actually facing one. My wife passing away, or my children like Michael or Sophia, God forbid. God forbid, okay? They're very happy, healthy kids, But those are the things. But those are the things that I can't handle. This is a serious live stream. Thank you. Thank you, Jack the Rimmer. You don't have to ask permission if you would like to give a super chat. You could just do it, which is very needed, by the way, if you're serious. Definitely needed. Also, if someone could type out my Cash App, I'd appreciate that. I'll pin the comment. People just think this is a joke. I know you're not. I know you're not serious. It's fine. It's like everybody thinks this is a game. Everybody thinks this is a big joke, and it's really not. What we're going through is not a big game. It's not a big joke. My wife passed away. 2 weeks later, my mom passed away. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. And like I said, I don't expect people to just come to these live streams and say, "Oh, hey, Father, look, I know you're going through a tough time. So am I. We're all going through a tough time. Okay, I get it. But the thing is, at least have a heart. Have like compassion. At least don't come here joking around, making insulting comments. That's just not really necessary. Come on, that's just going too far. So no, thank you. The thing is that people don't understand that I was dealt a certain deck of cards in life. That's the everybody wants to judge me. People love judging me. People love judging me. I don't know what it is. I get judged by everybody. Everybody's got this big opinion on me. Apefather, you're living off 2 sick women. Oh my God, all this stuff. Okay. People don't understand. Listen, I was in sales, and now I just started a business. I'm getting back into sales. Okay. People don't understand that I was in sales for 20 years before me and my wife, okay, had to make some serious decisions when she got stage 4 cancer. Okay. When my wife got stage 4 cancer in 2017, it was like that was it. She couldn't work anymore. I couldn't work because she needed me home. She needed me to take care of her, take her to, she couldn't drive. She needed me to take her to doctor's appointments, which was like pretty much all week long. She needed me to help her with the kids, you know. She needed me to help her with the house stuff and her and taking care of her. She needed me for a lot of things. So we made a decision. I left my sales job to take care of my wife and become her full-time caretaker. Then in addition to that, in addition to that, my mom had a very bad marriage. You know, my mom, there was fighting going on in my house since I'm a little kid, a little bambino, you know. I had to protect my mom as well. You know, I had to take her in. So the thing is that I just started this business, Jeff. We'll see how it goes. The thing is that when my wife and my mom passed away, besides the emotional hurt, this is what I'm trying to say. Besides the emotional hurt, which is tremendous. I mean, you're talking about losing them. You know, I hate to use the word losing because I feel the spirit lives on forever, but on earth, you're certainly losing something because they're not here anymore. They're not here to talk to you. They're not here to to show you love and be with you. You know, they're not here. So there is obviously a loss. I get it. But I just try to be positive and say the spirit lives on. But the thing is that when your wife passes away and your mom passes away in 2 weeks, that alone is enough to basically knock you to your knees. That is enough. Like, forget about it. You're finished. You're done. Okay. Now you might say, well, what else is going on? What else is going on? I lost, my entire household income, which was because I was my wife's caretaker. And my mom, over the years, they were divorced, her and my father. I had to work very hard. I had to fight with the pension company for 3 years to get her extra money. People think it's easy. I had to fight hard to get it for her. And I eventually got her a decent amount of monthly income that we all combined together as a family to survive, to pay the mortgage, to pay all our bills, to buy food. These people here. So, your life is cooked. I don't know if anybody can compare to me. So the thing is that not only is there a tremendous emotional impact, there's a tremendous financial impact, right? Now there's even more. I mean, look, I understand what's going on to a certain degree. I'm 47 years old. And when you're 47, most of the people that you know in your life, are married, right? They got families of their own. They got responsibilities of their own. They got jobs. They got kids. So people don't really have time, to stop everything they're doing and be there for you. They just can't do it. They can't do it. But in some cases, look, I will admit to you, a simple phone call, reaching out, that they could do. There's no excuse for that bullshit, okay? And certain people, honestly, it's so wrong that they're not doing that. But I believe a lot of people should be doing more besides that, actually checking up on us, seeing how we're doing. But we'll talk about that another time. So the thing is now you don't have a support system either. Okay, so let's go over all of this again. Your wife passes away. Your mom passes away in 2 weeks. You lose your household income, your entire monthly household income, and on top of all of that, that's not enough, right? If that's not enough, you have no support system. You have nobody who cares. So you start coming to the realization you're all alone. It just hits you like a ton of bricks. It just hits you like bricks that fall boom and hit you right over the head. You're like, I'm alone. It's official. I am actually alone here. Now you say, well, don't you have kids? Yeah, but it's different. Okay, I love my children. I love me and my wife's children, my mother's grandchildren. I love them, of course, but they're dependent on me. They're dependent on me. So it's not like my kids can help me. It's not like my kids can say, "Hey, Dad, let me help you with whatever bills," or, I mean, okay, they can help me with chores, which I'm having difficulty even with that. They were spoiled their whole life. My kids, they're not used to it. I'm trying to get them now. They got to realize they got to do chores. They're not used to it. They're not used to it. Me and my wife, we did everything for them. It's kind of our fault, if you want to know the truth. Yeah, I think there was one guy who wasn't really saying anything bad. He was just saying he was reporting someone else. I think who was being bad. I'm just looking here. Thank you. A lot of people like my voice. Project Apalmato. What's up, Jessica? So anyway, thank you, Jay. Face for radio. Yeah, it's funny. Meaning that people can't see my face. I get it. Ha ha ha. So the thing is that you come to this realization that you're alone. You come to realization. You're like, I am alone. Okay. I spent 27 years of my life with my wife. I mean, we were married for 20 years, but I knew her for 27 years. I mean, my mom, 47 years since I was born. Literally every day of my life, I would see my mom or speak to my mom. I shit you not. My mom lived with us since we got married in 2005. Once again, because I always protected my mother. She had a tough marriage. She had a really tough marriage. Um, I'll give you an example of my childhood here. Look, I wrote a couple of songs. Yes, I am a piano player. I play all types of music: jazz, blues, rock and roll, pop music, everything, classical, Latin, jazz, everything, funk. This is a rock song. It's called Middle of the Night. This is about my childhood. I had a tough childhood, man. There was a lot of fighting. I had to protect my mom. 2, 3, 4. Late at night, full of doubt, thinking about how much I want out of this place. Never changes. It's my home. Feel like I am a stranger. Packed my bags and drove away in the middle of the night. Destination is unknown, but I'm better off alone. Tomorrow they'll try to make you come back home. Now I finally see the light. Don't wanna run away in the middle of the night. middle of the night. Thank you very much. That's about my childhood. It was a tough childhood. There was a lot of fighting. The essence of the song is you want to pack your bags, you and your mom, middle of the night, get out of there, Go somewhere safe, go somewhere where there's no fighting. And that's what I did. I protected my mother my whole life. Look, my father wasn't a bad guy, okay? I think he had a little bit of a bipolar thing. My mom used to call him Dr. What was it? Jekyll and Hyde. Like one minute he'd be good, next minute he could get he'd get wild. I don't know why. It's my kids, Bill. I mean, it's a very horrible statement. It's my kids. That's the point of being alive, is we have two beautiful kids, Michael and Sophia. But even though I know you're a hater, Bill, and I know that you're a terrible person to even say something like that, that's the answer. It's not appropriate, but that's the answer. To a certain degree, though, when my wife passed away and my mom passed away, I feel like 50% of me passed away. See, I don't know. Sometimes I don't feel like, I think I'm strong. My kids tell me I'm strong every day. They're like, Dad, you're here for us every day. You do everything for us. But the truth is sometimes I don't know. This is really heartbreaking for me, man. I'm really hurting. I'm really suffering. I'm in a lot of suffering and pain over my beautiful wife passing away and my mom passing away. And it's devastating for me. I'm not used to being, people say the most horrible things. People say, they're like, oh, I was reading comments, these horrible people. They're like, oh, you only care about the fact you lost $7,000. I'm like, give me a break. Give me a break. I always give the analogy, if Elon Musk would come to me right now and would say to me, Rich, I'll give you $1 billion. Okay, here's the thing, though. You can never see your wife or your mom again. There's no chance. That's it. Or he said, I got great news for you. I invented and built a time machine very similar to Doc Brown, the movie Back to the Future. And we're going to get you on a time machine. You can't take the $1 billion, though. You got to forfeit, give up the $1 billion, and go back in time. You're going to see your wife and your mom again. I would go back in time. I would give up $1 billion, take my kids with me and my dogs, and we go back in time, and we would become, we'll be a family. We'd be a family, okay? So, but Bill, the obvious is I have two children. I mean, you're not stating the fact that so what's going to happen to them, Bill? You think that's honoring my wife? You think that would be honoring my mom? If I wasn't there for me and my wife's children, and if I wasn't there for my mother's grandchildren, that's not honoring them. Bill? Bill, look, yeah, sure. I'm very depressed. I'm very heartbroken over the fact that my wife and my mom passed away, to the point where I feel like 50% of me passed away. But there's another 50% of me that's alive for them. But the thing is that getting back, I'm trying to be a good dad. Okay, let's get to the positives now. I'm trying to be a great dad. And besides starting a business, and besides, eventually probably getting back into sales, I'm a piano player. Okay, I'm a piano player. I play, as you could just see, I play music. What I kindly and respectfully ask for is entertainment tips for the piano player, which I'm going to help my family with. I'm going to help my kids with. This is very simple. I play a song, you give me an entertainment tip, it goes to help my kids out during the most hardest times of our lives. It's the hardest time of our lives, man. So I'm going to play a little piano for you right now. If someone could type out my Cash App, Jessica, I'd appreciate it. This is Brooklyn Funk. I was raised in Brooklyn by my mother, Josephine, my beautiful mom, and I met my beautiful wife in Brooklyn, New York, Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Really quickly pin this comment. Below, Jessica just typed out my Cash App. This is a great place to send entertainment tips, like $5, $10 if you like the music that you're hearing. If you have Cash App, you'll see it. You see the comment below that's pinned, Just Jessica NCS. If you see it, it's the $ Richard Lavoie. That's my Cash App. $ capital RICHARD, capital L as in Larry, E as in Edward, V as in Victor, O as in Oreo, I as in Idaho. There's no space, no underscore in between my first and my last name. Any entertainment tip would be greatly appreciated. Back to Brooklyn Funk. All of this music you're hearing, by the way, is original music. Thank you, attendees. Like I said, look, I greatly appreciate it when people do super chats. I love you, attendees. I love you, attendees. God bless you. But remember, if you have Cash App is the preferred method. Cash App is the preferred method, okay, to support us because we get the funding instantly and there's like literally very low fees. Whereas Super Chats, you have to wait like a month and a half and the fees are high, like 30%. So anyway, if you could only do Super Chats, hey, God bless you and God bless attendees. We're very happy. We're very pleased. We're very appreciative. We love you and we thank you from, all of our heart and soul. Okay, but anyway, let's do a little, Bill, just relax, Bill. Let's do a little Brooklyn Funk. This one goes out to attendees. So it's a little Brooklyn Funk right there. Hey, what's up there, William? How you doing, brother? William's a great friend of the fam. We love him. He's like our brother. He's more than a friend. He's family. William's family. We love you, Will. Give me 1 second here. So getting back, a lot of people just don't understand what's going on here. You got so much hurts. You got so much hurts going on at one single time. It's like mind boggling. You got so much. It's crazy, right, Jessica? These crazy people. There's good people though out there too. There are good people out there too. You gotta just find them. So the hurt, the emotional hurt, losing your wife. I hate to say that. I hate to say that. I know it is a loss, but the spirit. I'm trying to be positive and think to myself that the spirit lives on. But it is, of course, a loss. It is a loss because she's not here. She's not here. I want to hug her. I want to talk to her. I want to see her. The kids need her. I need her. She's not here. So it is a loss. It is a loss. I just hate saying that because it makes me want to cry, especially that tomorrow's Mother's Day. But, your wife passes away, your mom passes away. Just that alone, it's enough to knock you to your knees. It's so devastating that, yeah, it does. It is life altering. It is. It's like, yeah, you want me to tell you the truth? It is life altering. You don't know what to do with yourself. You're like in a fog. You're in a fog. You're like, where am I? Who am I? What am I supposed to do now? Yes, you are in a fog. 100%. 100% in a fog. 100%. Now, the thing is this. Then you face the reality, okay, well, I lost my household income because I was my wife's full-time caretaker. And, my mother's income was a part of the household income. Tomorrow's going to be very hard. Earthquake, I don't even want to think about it. Earthquake 3.9. So the thing is that you realize that you lost your monthly income. Then you realize you have no support. You're like, I have no support system. So that's what I'm saying. That's why people got mad at me. The whole point of what I was trying to do with the Apefather support system network was not just for people to contribute money to Cash App. That's part of it. Look, financial support is part of it for entertainment tips. Yes. You like what I play in the piano and you want to give, you want to give, people financial support that their family that just lost, the two most important people in their lives and their income. That's beautiful of you. But also I wanted people to talk to. I want people to be a part of this community. I want people to be a part of a network really where they care about Apefather. They care about, our kids, me and my wife's kids, my mom's grandchildren, and just to really be here for us. Not just on a financial level, but on a support and emotional level. Like I speak to a lot of people like Jessica. I call people up who are part of this community. And these are people who are there for me, not just on a financial level, but on an emotional level, in some cases, a spiritual level. So that's really what it's all about, and I'm looking for people that would like to be a part of this, but it all does start with a Cash App because that's what we unfortunately need to do right now. We have to survive. We have to pay bills. And like I said, it's an entertainment tip. That's what, if say, what is this? What is this cat? It's an entertainment tip. I play the piano. I played it. If you can't be there financially, you could be there emotionally. But hopefully you could be there both. Okay, that would be the ideal situation. The ideal situation, and again, people don't understand financially, it doesn't have to be a lot of money. Like when you give a piano player an entertainment tip, what are you giving them? $5? You're not going, we're not talking about breaking the bank here. We're not talking about you have to go out there and, take a couple of thousand out of the bank. We're talking about like $5, $10, nothing crazy. Let's do some more music. This one is called Monday with the Blues, even though it's Saturday. All of this music is original music by yours truly, Richie Lavoie, aka the Apefather. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's Monday with the Blues on a Saturday. All of this music is original music by yours truly, Richie Lavoie, aka the Apefather. Like I said, if you can find it in your heart to do a very small cash app, it's a piano tip. It's an entertainment tip. That is my cash app right there. Is the $ Richard Lavoie. Is the $ capital RICHARD, capital LEVOI, no space, no underscore in between my first and my last name. That is the cash app for my entertainment tips on the piano. Like if you're at a piano bar and you tip the piano player, this is my piano bar jar right here. And by the way, it's all pinned. If you go to the bottom of this chat, you'll see the Just Jessica and CS. If you click on that comment that's pinned, you'll see the cash app as well. It's also pinned under Just Jessica at CS. So, look, what can I tell you guys? The world would be a beautiful place if we could all care about each other. I don't want to keep saying this because people get upset at me, but I have to say it. I have to. When I was in a good position in my life, I helped everybody. A couple of years ago, I had my wife, I had my mom. Financially, everything was good for me. People came to me, Apefather, my car broke down, I say it's a couple of $100, God bless. Apefather, I haven't been eating right. I haven't eaten in a couple of days. Here's a couple of $100. Apefather, my house burned down. Here's $500. Apefather, I got a wife with a baby on the way. We have no money. Here's $500. You know what I mean? I was always there for people. I swear to you. I made video documentation of this because that's the way the world should be. That's the way the world should be. If you're in a position right now where $5 doesn't make a difference to you and things are not so horrible in your life, I mean, look, everybody's got problems, but you have to understand there's a difference between having normal life problems and having what's called a catastrophe happen, okay? What's normal life problems? Everybody's got normal life problems. Everybody's complaining about inflation and, we don't have enough money for bills or we don't have enough money to eat. I realize that's just normal life, but hey, is your life completely turned upside down? Like my wife passed away. This is the mother of our children. This is my soulmate. This is my partner in life. And let's talk a little bit about that. For my wife to pass away, and this is why I get upset at God. We have this conversation, me and Jessica. My wife not loved, I'm going to say love, it's permanent. My wife she loves her children. She loves her children and me. So powerful, but let's go with the children, a mother's love for her children. So much, she would jump in the ocean, and there could be like 10 great white sharks, surrounding her children, and she would fight them off. She would beat the great white sharks. That's how much her love and her heart is for her kids. You understand? And for her to pass away, I can't even imagine what she was dealing with. She was dealing with too much. She was dealing with something that no human being could probably deal with. Cancer, in the brain, cancer in the spinal cord tunnel, aspiration pneumonia. So I get mad at God. I do. Sneeze here. Because I say to myself, God, why did you do this for? You couldn't have just had mercy. I think about the poem, Footprints. It's the hardest time in your life. You look down into the sand, and you see only one set of footprints because normally you would see two sets of footprints because God walked with you your whole life. God was always there. But you say to yourself, how could it be at the hardest time of my life? The hardest, most challenging, most difficult, most heartbreaking time of my life. I look in the sand, I only see one set of footprints. God says it's because I'm carrying you. He's there with you. He's carrying you during the hardest time of your life. So I say to myself, I wish you would have did that with my wife. Now, look, you might say, you're not talking about your mom. I'll tell you the reason why. My mother was 75. Okay, my wife was 46. Now, granted, I wanted my mother to live. Listen to me. Her mother, my grandmother, Anna, lived until she was 97. And I always believed in my heart my mother would make it to 97, possibly 100 or more. I always believed that. But at least at the bare minimum, there's some peace. There's not a lot of peace, but there's some peace in my heart for my mom. I have some peace. And I'll tell you the reason why. It's simple. I have some peace. My mom raised me, did a great job. She did what she had to do. As she was the best mother. She raised me to be an adult. God bless her. I'm 47. She did a great job. Okay. Then my mom saw her grandkids grow up, and that was her dream in her life. So she did a lot. Fortunately, she was married 45 years. It wasn't good. There was some good years there. I guess there was some good years. It wasn't the greatest marriage, but she lived at least a full life. My wife didn't. My wife didn't live a full life. And so that's the thing. I have at least a little peace in my heart. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm grieving my mom. I'm crying every day. I wish she was here. I need my mom now more than when I was a kid because my wife passed away. My mom could have got me through this. My mom could have showed me the emotional support, the love, but her health wasn't good. The poor woman, after she got her triple bypass, and she had COPD, she was never the same, my mom. Her mobility wasn't there. She couldn't really get up. She couldn't walk. It was terrible. I remember my mom when I was in Brooklyn. Okay, she was a powerhouse. My mother would multitask. She'd be cleaning, she'd be cooking, taking care of everybody, even the dog. My dog, my Shih Tzu, Benji at that time. This was when I was a kid. My mom was a miracle woman. I called her Wonder Woman, just like my wife was. They were two Wonder Women. They were two Wonder Women. They were so powerful. But the thing is, at least you could say with my mom, okay, she was 75, right? At least you could say she raised me, she saw her grandkids grow up. So that's what gives me that little bit of peace in my heart. I got no peace for my wife. I got no peace in my heart, God. I got no peace in my heart for Jennifer. Jennifer's 46. This is going to be something I'm never going to get over. People say, well, time you start to heal, you feel better. It's never going to happen for me. It's never going to happen for me. Even if ultimately I meet someone eventually, I'm always going to be bitter. I'm always going to be bitter. And I'm not even saying I want to meet someone. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if that would happen. I'm just saying that it's never going to be the same because my wife was cheated. She was robbed. She was robbed from being a mother. She was robbed from being a wife. And we were robbed. My family was robbed. Come on, just get rid of this guy, please. It's a horrible question. I told you, listen, you're a sick individual, Bill. You're a sick person, the question that you ask. You're a sick person. And I already answered this question, actually, and I'll answer it. There's only three. Look, I'm an Italian tank. Listen to me. Can I explain something to all of you? I am an Italian tank. And you can't hurt someone like me. I'm too powerful. You could hit me with an effing bulldozer, and I'm just gonna get up and I'm gonna keep coming after you. I'm like Rocky Balboa, baby. I'm like Rocky Balboa. Okay? Thank you, Jessica. But I'm gonna answer this question anyway, because I already answered it, Jessica, so don't get mad. There's only three things in this world that I can't handle. Only three. Only three things I can't handle. My wife passing away, or Michael or Sophia. That's it, God forbid. Now, again, thank God my children are very healthy. God bless them. You know what I mean? That's it. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. I'm telling you right now. So God already made me handle one of the things I can't handle. I'm facing it right now. I'm facing it right now. My wife. Now, you might say, what about your mom? Look, I can handle it. I love my mom, but she was 75. Again, I don't want to keep saying the same things. She lived a full life. Would I have liked for her to live a more full of life? Would I have liked to see her get to 97 like my grandmother Anna, her mom? Yes. I would have liked to see that. And I was actually thinking I was going to see that because of her genes and how she was. But I'm satisfied in the sense that I could go to sleep at night knowing she lived a full life. She did. And I took care of her. I took good care of my mom. I supported, I loved her my whole life. I was in a corner. She was in my corner. We were best friends. She loved me. I loved her. She was there for me. I was there for her. It's sad that she passed away. It's effing sad. I love my mom. And if it was up to me, I want to hear. I want to hear. I want to hear. Remember, if anybody could do a very small cash app to help our family, if you can't do a cash app, you could always do a super chat. It's an entertainment tip, guys. Let me clarify. I am not a charity. This is not a 501c. I play the piano. Okay, I'm playing the piano. I'm gonna go play the piano right now. I play the piano. You like the song you hear? You know how you give a piano player a piano tip? That's it. You're just giving me a tip. The tip does help my family. We're going through an extremely tough time. It does help my kids, but it's an entertainment tip because I'm a piano player. Hold on. So, hold on one second here. Sinuses today are horrible. I'm good for now. Earthquake. I think I got like 10 mods. I have more mods than I think I have people on my channel, but I love you, brother. Down the line, we could work something out. Anyway, let's do some music. Let's do a little Peace and Serenity, classical piano piece I wrote for my wife, Jennifer, and my mom, Josephine. Tomorrow's going to be a tough day, Mother's Day. Little Peace and Serenity. Thank you to Blue Baron. A lot of people said that to me in my life, the Blue Baron. Like, I'll tell you a funny story really quick. So when I was in New Utrecht High School, I went to FDR High School primarily my whole high school, like years, but my freshman year, I was in New Utrecht. Thank you, Earthquake. I was a jock. I was on like the football team, the baseball team. So we were in music class, right? And all the jocks are sitting like, we're in the back seats, we're on the higher seats, we're all the tough guys, and everybody's like, we're like the rowdy ones. Everybody's trying to pay attention to the music teacher. And, music teacher keeps correcting the jocks. Can you guys keep it down? They're all making fun of all the musicians in the music class, So the music teacher knew I was a piano player. So she said to me, the professor, Mr. Lavoie, Richard, yes, professor. Can you please come down to the piano? Now understand nobody on the football team knew I was a piano player. They're all looking at me like I'm this big friggin' jock, you know. I'll tackle your ass to the ground. I'm a tough guy, you know. I'm a tough guy. I'm one of the tough guys. So they're all laughing, thinking I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna moon the classes. So they're thinking like I'm gonna act like a fool or something, you know. Everybody plays the fool. You're no exception to the rule. Right? They're thinking I'm gonna do something funny. So anyway, the professor goes, Richard, can you give us an example of like boogie woogie on the piano? So, like Jerry Lee Lewis or something, like little Richard, good golly, Miss Molly or something. So they're thinking this is going to be the funniest thing I've ever seen, right? And then I do this basically. I go. So everybody in the class, thank you. Everybody in the class was like, giving me a standing ovation, and all the jocks in the back, they were like in shock. They were mortified. They couldn't believe it. They were like this, like, oh, you could play the piano? I was like, yeah. So that's a little story for the Blue Baron. Once again, if anybody would find it in their heart to do a small cash app, it is an entertainment tip. That is my cash app. It is also pinned below. Just Jessica and CS. You'll see it below in this chat. You'll see if you go below in the chat, you'll see Just Jessica and CS. Click on that. You'll see the cash app. It is the $ Richard Lavoie. It could be a couple of bucks. Doesn't have to be a lot. It's a sign of love. It is a sign of support. It is the $ Richard RICHARD, capital LEVOI. There is no space. There is no underscore in between my first and my last name. Again, the $. This is the Cash App. Richard RICHARD Lavoie, capital LEVOI. That is my Cash App for entertainment tips. I also do something, normally when people give me the cash apps, I do a little video for you. I call it the thank you song. I play a song similar to this. It's like an original instrumental piece, and I celebrate your good deed that you gave us a cash app. I also celebrate the beautiful life that my wife, Jennifer, lived and my mother, Josephine, lived. This is called Acceptance is the Hardest Thing. Acceptance is the hardest thing. Thank you very much. God bless you. We got someone from South Africa here, Abner. Please consider to do a little entertainment tip here for the piano player. Family going through an extremely difficult time, hardest year of our life. Tomorrow's Mother's Day, and my beautiful wife Jennifer passed away. 2 weeks later, my beautiful mother Josephine passed away. We got two kids, Michael and Sophia. Michael's 14, Sophia's 11. And these entertainment tips that you give me on the piano from my piano playing helps my family in the hardest time of our life. Okay, so that's the Cash App right here. It's the $ Richard RICHARD Lavoy LEVOI. No space, no underscore in between my first and last name. If you do not have Cash App, yes, you could do a super chat right here on YouTube. It's just that the preferred method would be Cash App, only because it's very little fees. We get the funding instantly. Cash App, you have to wait up to a month and a half, and there are larger, super chats. Super chats, you have to wait up to 2 months, and there are larger fees. Hold on one second, everybody. Like I said before, it'd be a great world if we could all care about each other, like, what are you going to do with $5? What are you going to do with it? Nothing, right? Why not consider helping a family that went through as much as we went through, that went through as much as my children went through? They lost their mom. I mean, again, I hate to use that word. I don't like to use that word because I consider the spirit to live on forever, but she's not here. She's not here to hug her. She's not here to hold her daughter. She's not here to talk to her. She's not here for her son. She's not here for me. It's not her fault. Like I said, my wife, Jennifer, the mother of our children, loved her children so much. This is why it's such a shock for me, if you want me to tell you the truth. You want me to like honestly level with all of you, okay? My wife must have got hit with something so powerful, so strong, that no human being could have dealt with it. And that's why I go back to God. That's why I go back to God, because the cancer must have been so severe in her brain and in the spinal cord tunnel and the aspiration pneumonia, because she was too strong, my wife. My wife was a tank. She was an Italian-Scottish tank. And that's it. This had to be something that was just too powerful. And again, I go back to God, because I say, God, you should have said she's 46. I know there's a lot of people who get mad at me because a lot of people have experienced hurt and pain and loss like Jessica did. God bless Jessica, with her beautiful husband. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, okay? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just telling you my own feelings. This is how I feel in my heart. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anyone else's feelings. Joe, I do it from time to time, Joe, but I set it up where I'm playing, you see my face. But here, Joe, here. I'll do it for Joe. Okay, Joe, here. Here, look, ready? Here's my hands, right? All right, there you go, Joe. How was that? Yeah, I mean, look, I was a big believer in God. I wrote a song. I'll show it to you. Listen to this song I wrote. God is on your side. This is before everything happened, before my wife passed away, before my mom passed away. Don't you know that God is on our side? The Apefather feels it deep inside. He wants us to win. New lives we begin. Don't you know that God is on our side? And it's going to be a wild ride. He wants us to win. New lives we begin. to believe deep inside your heart, God is watching over us from the start. Never part our side. And in this dark tunnel there is a light that God shines so bright for you and me. Can't you see? Don't you know that God is on our side? Thank you, the real guy minus. Praise God. Listen, I appreciate that super chat, but I'm a little angry at God. I'm sorry, man, but my wife passed away, and my mom passed away in 2 weeks. And my wife was only 46 years old. And we got 2 kids, Sophia and Mike. Sophia is 11. Michael's 14. I just wish God would have been a little more merciful. That's all. I just wish he would have been a little more merciful. I'm a little angry. All right. I wrote that song before all of this happened. But maybe things will come back to me. Maybe my faith will come back in time, as time passes. Right now, I'm just upset. I always believed that. I always believed that God, loved us, cared about us. I know there's a plan. I know it's the divine plan. I know. I just don't understand where in his plan that you needed my 46-year-old wife. I mean, my mom, look, I love her. She was 75. I love my mother, but she was 75. I wrote a beautiful song for my mom. I love my mom. Let me show you the song I wrote for my mother. Look, I love my mother's my best friend. I wanted to hear it till she was 100. But she saw the grandkids grow up. She raised me. She was married 45 years. It wasn't the greatest marriage, but she at least had that. She lived a full life. My wife didn't live a full life. But let me show you the song I wrote for Jennifer. No, excuse me, Josephine. We'll do Jennifer next. This is for my mother, Josephine. Josephine, you were there to guide me. You were there beside me, and I can count on you. Josephine, you're the inspiration, and you are my best friend, now until the end. Years passed us by, and I realize how much I've learned from you. Mistakes I've made, you show me the way to make it all brand new. Josephine, you were there to guide me. You were there beside me, and I can count on you. Josephine, you're the inspiration, and you are my best friend, now until the end. I'll do a little Jennifer. This is a song I wrote for my beautiful wife, Jennifer. this moment on, there was something very strong that we felt inside. Now my Jennifer has stars in her eyes when she looks at me. When we first kissed, I knew there was something about you that was meant for me, and I knew I love Jennifer. So anyway, thank you, Valdo. Thank you, Valdo. Prayers for everyone. Thank you, RL. If anybody would consider doing a small cash app as an entertainment tip for the piano player, that is my cash apps. The $ Richard Lavoie. So it's the $ capital RICHARD capital LEVOI. This is also pinned. If you go below in the chat, you'll see the Just Jessica NCS. If you click on that, you'll see my cash app. This is for entertainment tips to help my family. Again, my beautiful wife, Jennifer, passed away 46 years old after fighting the good fight with cancer. God bless her. My mother, Josephine, passed away in 2 weeks. Our family is hurting. We're suffering. We really, really need help, but we're earning it. I'm earning it by playing the piano and entertaining you. It is the $ Richard Lavoie. That is a cash app. Again, the comment is pinned below with the Just Jessica NCS. I also do a little song for you. When you do cash apps, I do a short video. I upload it. I call it the thank you song. I play a nice little blues jazz piece for you, celebrating your good life. You know, I want everyone to have a healthy, happy life. I do. I wish everybody the best. I don't want anybody to go through what I'm going through right now or what my children are going through. This is a terrible thing to go through. All right, just stop joking around, Relentless. Stop it, Relentless. This is terrible, these haters. You know, we're going through a very difficult time. If you can find it in your heart to give us an entertainment tip, me and my kids, I appreciate it because I'm doing it for them. When I get entertainment tips, it's spent on them. It's spent on my kids. Okay, so let's do some Rocky Balboa music. Okay, they got to be strong for your family. Let's do it. Rocky Balboa music. Well, if you're not joking, God bless you and God bless your family, okay? If you're being serious, God bless. God bless you. Someone will have the good heart to help out family in need. Once again, this is my Cash App. It is the $ Richard Lavoy. The $ capital RICHARD. Now remember, if you don't have Cash App, you could always do a super chat. It's just that Cash App is the preferred method for entertainment tips. We get the funding immediately, and it's very low fees. Whereas super chats, we have to wait a month and a half, and it's 30% fees. God bless everyone. God bless you. All these problems, I want to run away, you know? This is an original song I wrote called Runaway. All the years passed by, nothing's changed. Still the same man I was yesterday. I got my dreams, I got my doubts. Tired of this place, I need out. And I need out. I wanna run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. Run away to a place where I can't feel all this empty space. Run away without a trace. Run away. All this music that you're hearing is all original music by yours truly, Richie Lavoy, aka the Apefather. So it's the weekend. I wrote a weekend song. This is kind of a happy song, okay? This is to go out there and party in the weekend. Get yourself a nice cold one, a nice cold, beer. Maybe do a couple of shots of Jameson, whatever you want to do. You got to get your mind off life's problems once in a while, you know? Sometimes life's problems, they're overwhelming. I know all about this, okay? That's why I go to Thank God It's Fridays all the time, you know? I need my happy hour. You know what I mean? I need my happy hour. So I wrote a song called Feeling Good Tonight. Because once in a while, life could be overwhelming. All the problems in life could be just devastating, catastrophic, and you need to go out and have a good time. I always loved Motown music, you know, like the Jackson 5, and you know, I always wanted to write something like them, you know. So this has kind of got a Motown feel. It's called Feeling Good Tonight. Paychecks low, bills are high. All I want to do is get by to survive. Car broke down, can't get around. Now the bus takes me all over town. The landlord says my rent is late. Can't afford to go on a date. I know it's not the smartest thing to hit the bar, but I feel like a king. Feeling good tonight. Woke up the next day, the party's over, I go back to work today. So bored, I cannot wait until Friday night when I can't take a break from the same old routine. I wanna feel like I'm in a dream. Reality sedated. Feeling good tonight. Guitar solo. Little saxophone. Woke up the next day. The party's over. I go back to work today. I'm so bored. I cannot wait till Friday night when I can take a break. Oh! Feeling good tonight. Hey, what's up, Mo Money? Yeah, soon. Definitely soon. Definitely gonna do some BBQing. Not today. Not today. I gotta clean the grill still. I gotta get the yard in better shape. You know, I got. Listen, this obviously messed me up. Mo Money investing. Everything that happened in my life just knocked me down, man. It knocked me down. But the Apefather gets back up. You know me. For my kids, I get back up for the kids. I'm like Rocky Balboa. I get back up, and I'm gonna get everything in order. You know, but right now, I got to get the backyard in order. The backyard is shot. I got to do landscaping. I got to clean the grill. I gotta get my head on that. You know, so it'll happen soon. It'll happen soon. Just not today. So anyway, anybody out there who would like to do a small cash app. Now, again, I want to be clear to everybody. Okay, it's an entertainment tip. I'm a piano player. This is not begging. I'm not begging anybody. This is not. I'm not a charity. It's not a 501c. I'm a piano player. I'm a piano player. So that's it. You like what you hear. You like the music. It is your option, a free will, to do a cash app or a super chat, but preferably a cash. This is my cash app. $ Richard Lavoie, RICHARD, capital LEVOI. There's no space, no underscore in between my first and last name. Now, if you do not have Cash App, you could always do a super chat. Okay. This is also my Cash App is pinned below at Just Jessica and CS. You'll see it right there. If you go to the comment below, you'll see it highlighted. It's pinned. Just Jessica and CS. There's my Cash App right there. You know, Cash App is just the preferred method of tipping me for the piano because we get the funding instantly. There's very low fees. Super chats are appreciated too. It's just that unfortunately for super chats, we got to wait a month and a half. And there are high fees. It's like 30%. So that's the dealio. That's the dealio. I know everybody's got problems. Look, we've been back and forth. Sometimes people get upset at me. They're like, hey, Father, I got problems too. It's not just you, you know? Hey, what's up, Hostile Takeover? I just took the kids for a bike ride, and now we're off to a 4-hour of karate and jiu-jitsu. Saturdays are crazy busy in our house. Have a good weekend, everyone. God bless Hostile Takeover, Chad's family. You know, Chad is a great father. I try to be a great father too, Chad. I try to be a great father too. It's all about the kids. It's all about the family. Tomorrow's going to be a tough day, Chad. Tomorrow's going to be a tough day. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. Tomorrow's not going to be an easy day for me and the kids. It's going to be a tough day. I'm already feeling it in my heart. I'm already feeling the pain in my heart of what tomorrow's going to be. You know, I went through this not too long ago. My 20th anniversary was April 9th. And oh my God, did I feel it that day. I was a complete mess. I was a complete mess on April 9th. So I know tomorrow's going to be an insanely, very emotional, very, very emotional day for us. What are you going to do? Nothing you could do, right? Pray for us. We got to just be strong. I'm going to do a song, an instrumental piece Well, I actually have lyrics on this, but I'm going to play it instrumental. When I picture my life, I picture you. I dedicate this to my beautiful wife, Jennifer, and my beautiful mother, Josephine. All this music is original music I wrote. Yours truly, Richie Lavoie, Apefather. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Hostile Takeover. And I agree with you. It is all about the kids. That's a song I wrote called When I Picture My Life, I Picture You. Thank you, Dave. So when you say find someone else, you're never going to find someone that's going to replace the mother of your children. It's kind of a horrible statement. You never find someone that's going to replace the mother of your children. Anyone out there who could be kind enough to do a cash app for a piano, it's a piano tip, entertainment tip for a father to help our family. It's $, Richard Lavoie. I would actually do something for you in return for your cash app, only for cash apps, not super chats. If you do a cash app, I record a video for you. I actually play a song on the piano for you. It's an instrumental jazz piano piece. I call it the thank you song. I give you a big shout out. and I actually upload that video on YouTube for you. So once again, it's the $. This is my Cash App for entertainment tips on the piano. The $ Richard, RICHARD, capital LEVOI. That is my Cash App, the $ Richard Lavoie. No space, no underscore in between my first and last name. Also, this is the comment is pinned below. Just Jessica, NCS. I've always had these songs, Mo Money. It's a song I wrote many years ago, but thank you. I have a lot of new songs that I do too, you know. Yeah. The newest one I wrote was probably "Acceptance is the Hardest Thing." That was I don't know if you. I'll just play that one. I did that one before, but I'll do it again. This is a new song. I wrote this song basically a few weeks ago. Acceptance is the hardest thing. That's it. Acceptance is the hardest thing. That's a new song. That one I wrote about, a week ago, a couple of weeks ago. Anybody out there would be kind enough to tip the piano player? Entertainment tips. There it is. It's the $ Richard Lavoie. That is the Cash App. Is the $ capital RICHARD, capital LEVOI. There is no space, no underscore in between my first and last name. You could also do a super chat in the event that you don't have Cash Apps. The Cash App is just a more preferred way to tip me because we get the funding instantly. There are very little fees, whereas super chats, we have to wait a month and a half. There's like 30% fees. This is also pinned below here in the chat, the Cash App. If you go to Just Jessica, NCS, the Cash App is pinned below. We finish it up soon here. I'm going to do one quick one, and I will come back in a little bit here. Hopefully I could get some more support the next live stream. I did start a business, so I'm doing other things on the side as well. But we'll do one more song for you. This one's a Caribbean song. I think all of us would love to be in like the Caribbean, right? Wouldn't all of us like to be in Jamaica, man? Right? Drinking like a rum runner, man. Red Stripe, man. I wrote this when I was in Jamaica. It's called People Change. Yeah, yeah, la di da 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 di da. Yeah, yeah, la di da 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 di da. Some people change the color of their hair, maybe start a new look. Some people change their charms, like turning pages in a book. None of this surprises me at all, except the world for what it is. But why did you have to change the way you feel for me? It all happened so suddenly. And I tell you, don't worry, it'll be alright. But I no longer sleep at night. After everything we have been through, it seems so strange. Guess the answer is people change. Yeah, oh, yeah, oh, la di da 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 di da. Some people change their names, maybe it's just a statement. Some people change the place that they live, looking for something different. None of this surprises me at all, except the world for what it is. But why did you have to change the way you feel for me? It all happened so suddenly. I tell you, don't worry, it'll be alright. But I no longer sleep at night. After everything we have been through, it seems so strange. Guess the answer is people change. Little steel drum solo, man. None of this surprises me at all, except the world for what it is. But why did you have to change the way you feel for me? It all happened so suddenly. I tell you, don't worry, I'll be alright. But I no longer sleep at night. Oh, after everything we have been through, it seems so strange. Guess the answer is people change. Yeah, oh, yeah, oh, la di da 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 di da. Yeah, oh, yeah, oh, la di da 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 di da. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's an original song called People Change. It's all about the Caribbean, man. Being in Jamaica, man. I miss those days. We had a lot of fun there. You know, as I mentioned, if anybody would be cool enough to do a entertainment tip for the piano player, helps the kids, Mike and Sophia. Mike's 14, Sophia's 11. We had a very tough year. As you know, my wife passed away this year, and my mother. It's tomorrow's Mother's Day, and I'm going to be the saddest person in the world tomorrow. But you could bring a little happiness, you could bring a little joy into our hearts with a small entertainment tip for the piano player. Again, this is my Cash App, the $ Richard Lavoie. Is the $ capital RICHARD, capital LEVOI. There is no space, no underscore in between my first and my last name. Also, my Cash App is pinned below. You'll see the comment, Just Jessica and CS. It is pinned below. If you can't do a Cash App, you could always do a Super Chat. It's just that Cash Apps are the preferred method for entertainment tips. We get the funding immediately, and there's little to no fees. Whereas with Super Chats, you got to wait like a month and a half, and there are large fees. So that's basically it. I know everybody's got problems. That's what you're probably saying to yourself right now. You know, hey, Father, I would love to give you a tip, but I got a lot of problems. Well, I wrote a song. I understand that everybody's got problems. I wrote a song called Everybody's Got Problems. I was thinking of Michael Jackson when I wrote this. I wanted to do something really funky, you know, like a Billie Jean, you know. When your love ends before your eyes, everybody's got problems. Losing your job, kissing it goodbye. Everybody's got problems you can't hide. You can't hide. Life could beat you up bad. It's easy to just give up. Don't get knocked down. You gotta get mad. Fight back and be the one standing up. When your love ends before your eyes, everybody's got problems. Losing your job, kissing it goodbye. Everybody's got problems you can't hide. You can't hide. I know you're hurting and you don't believe tomorrow will be a better day. It's up to you. You gotta believe you have the power to make all your troubles go away. When your love ends before your eyes, everybody's got problems. Losing your job, kissing it goodbye. Everybody's got problems you can't hide. Everybody's got problems. You can't hide. That's everybody's got problems. You can't hide. Anybody who would like to do a very small entertainment tip for the piano player, help a family going through a really tough time right now. My Cash App is the $ Richard Lavoie. It is the $ capital RICHARDLEVOI. Thank you very much. Thank you double. Really could appreciate and use a very small Cash App. And like I said, anyone who does an entertainment tip for me, I'm going to upload a video for you. I call it the thank you song video. So you're going to check on my short videos. You're going to see that there will be a video uploaded for you where I play a beautiful instrumental jazz piece. I dedicate it to your good deed. I also dedicate it to the beautiful life that my wife Jennifer lived and my mom lived. God bless my two angels. They passed away this year, my beautiful wife and mom, within 2 weeks. It's the hardest time of my life. It's the hardest time of my children's life. God bless you. More money investing. Well, Bitcoin Bull, that means you could certainly do a Cash App. You could certainly do an entertainment tip for the Apefather, right? He's gonna say, why? Why? Oh man, oh man. So a little Latin jazz. This is an original song I wrote. I was thinking of the great Chick Corea. I don't know if you guys know jazz, but he was the greatest of all time, Chick Corea. This is a Latin jazz song I wrote called Funk a la Richie. It's got some funk in it too, you know? Called Funk a la Richie. What's up there, Marine Park? Enzo, my brother from Brooklyn. Thank you, Mason. Anybody out there who loves the Apefather, who wants to be there for my family in our greatest time of need, please consider a Cash App or a Super Chat. If you could do a Cash App, that's the better way. It's the $ Richard Lavoie, RICHARD, capital LEVOI. No space, no underscore in between my first and my last name. My Cash App is also pinned below. You'll see it, the Just Jessica and CS comment on this chat. If you can't do Cash App, I understand. You could do a super chat if that's easier for you. But just consider this. Cash App, we get it instantly. We get the funding today. And also, there's very little fees. Whereas super chats got to wait a month and a half, and there's 30% fees. But if you can only do super chats, hey, that's it. That's all you could do. I appreciate the entertainment tips. I put my heart and soul into music for all of you. I put my heart and soul into entertaining all of you because I love all of you. And hopefully you love me too. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. We'll do another jazz piece I wrote. Of course, Marine Park Enzo comes through because I love him. Let's do something for Marine Park Enzo. Let's do a little Brooklyn funk. He's my Brooklyn brother. This is for you. Brooklyn funk from Marine Park Enzo. Actually, I'll do two songs for you. Let's do the Brooklyn song first and Brooklyn funk. All right, this is for Marine Park Enzo. I love you, my brother. Thank you for the hug. Let's go. Grew up on the Coney Island side. Hot dogs and Nathan's in the Cyclone for a ride. Cruising down 86th Street. Got my windows open, blasting music with a beat. Saturday night at Bay Ridge. Picked up a girl and made out under the Verrazano Bridge. Late night food at Del Rio Diner. Nothing makes me feel finer than good old Brooklyn is on my mind. Only Brooklyn, one of a kind. I want Brooklyn to always be home to me. Little Brooklyn funk, 2, 3, 4. Brooklyn in the house. That's for Marine Park Enzo, the Brooklyn song and Brooklyn funk. My Brooklyn brother. God bless you. I appreciate the support, brother. If anybody else could be just as cool as Marine Park Enzo, if they could do a super chat or a cash app, this is the cash app. It's the $ Richard Lavoy. That's the cash app, $ capital RICHARD, capital LEVOI. That is the cash app. With the cash apps, I actually do a video for you. I actually upload a video. I call it the thank you song. It could be as small as like a $5, cash app, and I'm gonna actually record a video for you. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to talk about it, John, because it has nothing to do with anybody on the internet. This is just something I do with local businesses. So there's really no point for me to discuss it with you guys. It's something you can't, so even if you wanted to support me, you wouldn't be able to support me because you would have to live in my area. You'd have to live in the Jersey Shore. You would have to be a local business in the Jersey Shore. You know what I mean? So why should I bring it up? The only thing I'm going to get for it is hate. You know what I'm saying? Like if I bring it up to you, the only thing I'm going to get is hate and ball breaking, right? There's like, obviously there's going to be no benefit. So it doesn't make sense for me to talk about it. But I just know this, know that I am doing something else. Cause you know how you all break my chops? Well, I'm doing something and, making some moolah, making some money. Look, slowly but surely, John, I'm rebuilding. I'm trying my best here. I'm a disaster. Tomorrow's going to be the worst day of my life. Tomorrow, Mother's Day, you have no idea how bad tomorrow is going to be for me and for my kids, for our kids. It's going to be the most saddest, heartbreaking day in the world tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow is going to be really bad. And today is bad, to be honest. Today, I'm not feeling well. I'm feeling very heartbroken, But tomorrow is going to be a nightmare. It's just a very sad time for us. This is so unfair what happened, for my wife, 46 years old. It's unfair. I still can't even believe it. I tell you, she was so strong. She was so powerful. And the way that she loved her kids, our kids, you understand, she was like mother hen, mother goose. My wife would jump into the ocean and she would fight. She would fight 10 great white sharks to save Michael and Sophia. That's how strong she was. She was like Wonder Woman. So for her to pass away, man, she must have been dealing with something I can't even imagine, She must have been dealing with something so horrible with the cancer in the brain and the spinal cord and the aspiration pneumonia. It was too much for her, which is why, again, I get mad at God. I turn back to God. I say, God, where were you? We pray to God when we can't handle something ourselves, when something is too great for us. We pray to God. You say, well, God has a plan. I don't understand what God's plan could possibly be, taking a 46-year-old mother out of our lives, especially someone that never hurt a fly. I mean, this is someone who is the greatest person in the world. You could say whatever you want about me. I'm certainly not perfect. But my wife, I think, I don't know. I've known her for 27 years, and my wife never did anything bad to anybody. And neither has my mom. Neither has my mom. Two beautiful, beautiful people, good people. Like my wife used to give, all the clothes. Like, I'll give you an example, right? You want to hear something? She worked in 2 World Trade Center, my wife. She worked, this is unfortunately how she got cancer during 9/11 and worked years after in Lower Manhattan. And she spent like her entire salary, I'm not kidding you, going like shopping at Express. So what happened was, after years and years and years, I shit you not, she probably had like $100,000 in clothes. I'm not even kidding you. And it just got to the point where some of them she wore, some of them she never even wore. They had the tags on it. They were like brand new. And just literally donated all the clothes to the needy. Like, you're talking about like insane amounts of money in clothes, insane amounts of money, and just gave it to everybody. That's the type of person Jennifer was. Jennifer was just a beautiful person, a great person, a huge heart. And I just don't understand why at 46 years old that she had to be robbed of her life, and we had to be robbed. We were all robbed. All right. And maybe one day God will explain that to me. Maybe one day when it's my time and we get an opportunity to have a one-on-one, I just want to ask him, my mom, all right, listen, I love my mother. We all know this. She was 75, my mom. Jennifer was 46. My mother lived her life. My mother raised me. I'm an only child. I have no brothers. I have no sisters. Well, I do have brothers like, Marine Park Enzo, not biological, but, we're brothers from another mother. God bless. We I got brothers in that sense. But Kentucky, we got Julia Robertson. So anyway, tomorrow's gonna be a tough day. And like I said, we're going through a tough time. If anybody would have the heart, this is another business, is my piano playing business. Anybody who likes my music, there's nothing wrong with giving a small entertainment tip to the piano player. Matter of fact, it's honestly something you're supposed to do. Yeah. Like, all right, you go to a restaurant, you're going to get mad at me. And there's a waiter there and he's serving you. You got to tip the waiter, right? You got to tip the waitress. It's not really optional. You have to do it. Well, I don't know why people feel if there's a piano player at the restaurant that you should have tipped the piano player. I see this a lot when I go to Fuji. Can I tell you something? I go to the Japanese restaurant Fuji, and there's the guy who's the cook there. He's the chef. So people have this thing in their head where they don't have to actually tip him. They have to only tip the waitress. So I always tip the cook. I always tip the cook. I tip both the waitress and the cook. And people sometimes look at me, they're like, why are you tipping him for? He gets paid a salary. But I'm like, he's cooking for me. If anything, I feel he's the one you really should tip, right? Because he's the guy preparing the food. But you see, it's a mentality that people have. They're like, oh, I don't have to tip the cook. I have to tip only the waitress. And it's the same concept with a piano player. If you're in a restaurant and there's a guy playing the piano for you, he's playing a beautiful, jazz piece for you. Like, I'll give you an example, right? Let's say you're sitting down and someone's playing this beautiful, and it's giving you this beautiful ambiance. You're having a nice glass of wine. And you're like, wow, this is such beautiful music, And it's making your night very enjoyable. You should tip the piano player. So if anybody would like to tip the piano player an entertainment tip, like I said, my Cash App is the preferred method. It is the $ Richard Lavoie. No space, no underscore in between my first and last name. $ capital RICHARD, capital LEVOI. This is also pinned below the comment. You'll see Just Jessica and CS. If this is hard to read, you can see it right on the screen. It's the pinned comment below on this chat. Just Jessica and CS. If you click on that, you'll see my Cash App, $ Richard Lavoie. Now, people ask me, they're like, how long are you going to do this for, Apefather? And I'm like, how long am I going to do what? I was like reading the comments. People are like, how long are you going to play music and ask for entertainment tips? I'm like, indefinitely. I don't think it's ever going to change. I mean, why would I stop playing music? And if people wanted to tip me and give me an entertainment tip, look, it's just the only difference between now and say at a later date when maybe my life gets a little bit more calmer is that right now we're in what's called a tragedy. So let me just explain to you what the difference is right now. Right now, we're in a tragedy. Okay, my family got hit with a tragedy. So now it's needed more than ever because my wife, unfortunately, it's breaking our hearts. I don't even want to talk about it, but she passed away, 46 years old, after fighting the good fight of cancer for 10 years. This is the most important person in our life, the mother of our children, my best friend, my partner in life, my lover, which I'm going to do a song right now for her called Lover's Game. My mom passes away 2 weeks later. My best friend, my beautiful mother. You only have one beautiful mom. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. I'm going to be an emotional wreck. And then, because I was the caretaker, we lost our household income. It was like $7,000 a month. So right now, my life is chaotic. So in other words, it's really appreciated if you come through now. Like if you say, all right, hey, Father, I love your piano playing. Here's $5. Here's the Cash App, or here's the Super Chat. It's really appreciated because we're going through an extremely tough time. But down the line, I may still do this. even when my life gets better. Why not? What's wrong with playing the piano? I don't know. Maybe I'm nuts. I don't see anything wrong with playing the piano. You know? It's just that obviously now, if my life got better, I'm not going to cry the blues. You follow me? Like, let's say my life gets better. I'm not going to, like, let's say it's like a year from now. You understand? And my life gets better. Like, I'm not in a financial disaster. We're starting to heal. We're healing. We're coping. We're healing. Well, I'm not gonna cry the blues. I'm still gonna play the piano. I'm still gonna play the piano, and I would still accept entertainment tips. So I just want, like, someone asked me that question, like, how long are you gonna do this for? My whole life. My whole life, I'm gonna play the piano and probably, you know, accept entertainment tips. So I'm sorry to upset maybe the haters there, but that's not gonna change. Let's do a little boogie woogie. It's the Saturday boogie woogie. Saturday Boogie Woogie. So if anybody would like to do a very small entertainment tip for the piano player, it'd be greatly appreciated. That is the Cash App. It's the $ Richard Lavoie. The $ capital RICHARD capital LEVOI. That is the Cash App for entertainment tips. I'm going to run for now. It was a good live stream. I'll be back to do a lot more.